Amy's show. Now I am super excited because although our show has run seriously over time, we have of course made time for a very special friend. His name is, I'm calling you Abdel, but your real name is
Abdel Fattah.
Abdel Fattah, and he is from Morocco, and he is a very good friend of my dear friend Tony Budden. Of course, Tony and I are working tirelessly to help legitimize hemp as a sustainable resource that we can use for clothing, textiles, food, fuel, but of course, another commodity that is becoming in real shortage right now is water.
Yes.
Okay, so tell us more about water, Abdel.
Well, as we know, that in South Africa is enduring a worst drought. The worst drought in 20 years, and is slashing corn, wheat, and sugar production. And now South Africa is starting restrictions in the large cities and capital because of the increased demand. We're experiencing in high temperature, and should the restrictions not be adhered to, the situation may get worse.
Okay, I understand. Okay, so your business, of course, I mean, it's quite interesting. It's called Waterless. Water conservation in mind, exactly where you are. So what does water do to your ride and the environment? So let's talk about, because this company operates 7 days a week.
Yes.
Is that it? What is 7D/7? Or from 7 in the morning? Is that what it means?
Well, no. It's actually, we operate from 7 in the morning until 8 o'clock in the evening.
And are you guys a mobile service?
We are mobile, waterless, car wash, and detailing.
And detailing, okay.
It's a luxury kind of a car wash, which is very, very, very high-end car wash.
Divine. Okay, but let's see. But not, I mean, your prices don't seem that bad. But let's have a look. What does water do to your ride and the environment? Let's get those answers from you.
Well, as we know, the water is something that have mixed with normal. I mean, if water gets mixed with a normal cleaning product, it fades and cracks the paintwork.
Right.
As well as water is the easiest way of transporting all the poisonous and contamination to our water bank underground. And even if we have enough water underground, it will be so difficult to actually purify it and make it as a drinkable water.
Okay.
Plus, the environment at the moment, as we experience restrictions, we may end up with a prepaid water system, which is already happening in CBD in Cape Town here. And this thing is, instead of us waiting for this to happen, the concept of waterless car wash is very good way to start conserving our water.
Okay, I understand. Abdel, if you don't mind, I'd like you to please sit on that microphone. For some reason, your voice is far too soft, and I'd like you to please bring the microphone here and talk into the microphone.
No problem.
Yeah, can you already hear better? Okay. So Abdel, so here we go. Let's just touch on those points. Water contains different metal particles which can lead to the rusting process of your car. Water mixed with normal cleaning products fade and crack the paintwork. Water is the fastest way to transport harmful chemicals to the underground water banks and rivers, which is detrimental to the biological process. Finally, a water crisis is on our doorstep. If we do not act now, we could end up with a prepaid water system. Now, a prepaid water system, that is a draconian New World Order Illuminati type form of hell. Can you imagine when the civil, because you know that we've already, the civil right to have access to nutrition has already been robbed from us, We no longer have the right to food, and we know this because most of us cannot grow our own food because we do not live in places where we can, we don't earn enough money, and what food we have to eat? GMO bullshit, okay? That's why we need Tony Budden. And then of course, can you imagine a prepaid water system? Okay, so let's just figure this out. How much water is being used on people washing their cars right now? Is it a lot?
Well, as as for my information, we're looking at 180 liters per car.
That is a lot of water, hey?
Yes.
That is well, in fact, another industry that you might want to tap into, that we might want to boycott, is the cotton industry. Do you know that it takes 11,000 liters of water to harvest and grow the cotton that it takes to make one pair of fucking jeans?
That's correct.
Sorry for swearing, Halima. I know that that's very naughty. Really, I'm sorry, but I mean it's disgusting, right?
That's correct.
Which is why we need to start growing hemp, wearing hemp,
Yeah.
using hemp for everything.
That's it.
Because hemp requires very little water, correct?
That's correct.
Like no water, basically.
Well, you, as Tony, I mean, I know Tony very well, and I dealt with him, and his concept is actually a revolution
Mm-hmm.
for the, not for just the South Africans. It's a global revolution
Yeah.
where you can actually grow your house.
Yes, absolutely. You can grow your house. Isn't that amazing? Okay. So, okay. Now, but now let's look at this. Why is your waterless wash a mobile waterless wash? Why is this more convenient than a park your car and leave it for a day type of car wash?
Well, why is mobile? Because we at the moment experience a very hectic time because we don't have time for anything.
I know.
Therefore, mobile waterless is something that will save you petrol, and that's an environmental issue, because a carbon issue, as well as save you time. You can do more things.
Right.
Therefore, instead of you coming queuing and waiting and probably falling asleep in your car while you're waiting,
Mm-hmm.
we come to you wherever you are, at the office, at a shopping mall, at wherever, at the airport, where you park, wherever you are basically. Even if you're stuck in the highway and you need your car to be washed, we come and wash your car while you're waiting.
Exactly.
And no time being wasted. And this is actually a real, because what's happening at the moment, there is what's called the carbon tax.
Mhm.
Gonna happen soon, if it's not happening,
Mhm.
where you actually, if you're not introduced to a mobile car wash,
Mhm.
a waterless car wash that can come to your premises and to all your fleets, which is 100 or 200 fleets at the time, then your carbon, it's a high. Your
It's
carbon
very high.
foot is high.
Absolutely. Well, by the way, I just like to, as a disclaimer, I want to say that I think that the whole carbon taxing system is complete bullshit. You can't, I mean, can I just quickly say that companies that trade in carbon credits, I mean, this is just all propaganda. This is what a real carbon tax would be. Going to the Shell oil company and shutting them down, okay? Because no amount of money that Shell Oil pays to different Al Gore-esque institutions is going to stop them from mining for fossil fuels. Guys, catch the fucking wake up. I start swearing when I feel very passionate about things, okay?
Well,
Very
if
passionate.
you know that with hemp,
Right,
there is a biodiesel.
exactly,
You can grow your diesel too.
exactly.
Tony Biden has made it very clear in all his communication and public appearances that there is a solution for our economical crisis, which is grow the hemp, which is going to benefit everybody, and take our people, the farmers, from the cities back to their lands, into their hectares, where they can actually produce something meaningful and help the economy, which is South African economy, to move forward.
Okay, well, I think that's beautifully said. Okay, no, what I just want to find out. Okay, so here are your products. You've got the non-abrasive surface cleaners, your pH balanced, that have no free caustics, can be used on soft metals. Okay, we've got all these different things, but what I want to know, what is the carbon footprint involved in making these materials that you use for your waterless wash?
Well, The product that we use, basically they're all eco-friendly products, all natural.
Okay, good.
And
good.
it's a European standard.
Okay.
As you know, it's and it's exceeds the SABS SABS 1344 requirements.
Aha! Well, there you go.
They don't have a standard for our quality.
Okay, so your quality. So, and I must just say, if Tony Budden has approved your company, it has, because Tony is, I mean, he's hectic. He will not say this is good if it's not good. So I mean, you know, I think that it goes out saying that the people that are creating a lot of the carbon impact on our environment tend to be the people with more money. So if you live in a huge house in Higo Vale and you own 5 Lamborghinis and a private jet, let me just say that we've got a friend called JT Fox. He's a billionaire. He's 34 years old and he has a few jets.
Yeah.
And I always laugh. I say, hey JT, you know, it's not very carbon neutral to own 4 jets. He's like, I made my money. I'm allowed to have as many jets as I want. I'm like, okay, but it's still not really good. You know what I'm saying? The wealthy tend to be a bit more materialistic.
Mm-hmm.
Their carbon footprint tends to be a little bit more.
Yeah.
So if you were to say to all the rich humans right now in South Africa, have a message for them, would you encourage them to use solar energy? What would you encourage them to do? You can be materialistic, but how do you decrease your carbon footprint if you have all this money and this amazing lifestyle?
Well, my first message to them is to start reducing your carbon print.
Yeah.
It's gonna make you a bit more rich.
Well, yes, true.
Because I mean, investing in solar and as well in different eco and green ways of living,
Right.
and sustainable ways of living, it's gonna affect the now liquid, but later on that you will see the benefit because you're not going to be paying for electricity anymore.
Right.
Therefore, the money is going to go somewhere else. You can help charity with it. So you can do things meaningful for this world. As we see, there's a lot of things happening.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Very, very well said. Well, Abdul, let's just, how do people get hold of you? Okay, here's your number. You can call Abdul on 076 235 8311. Also WhatsApp him, again, the same number, 076 255 076 225 8311. No.
It's actually 076 235 8311. You can call and WhatsApp on that number.
Call and WhatsApp. Then on Facebook, go and like them, it's Waterless with the hyphen, water-list. Then email info@water-list.coza or visit them online, waterlist.coza. Listen, thank you for being an environmental activist.
Oh, thank you very much.
And I cannot, my car is a pointless car to clean because I just don't clean my car because it's a piece of crap and it costs 10,000 rand and it's just pointless. But we might just clean
it anyway.
Well, let's clean the car together. I'd love to know more about your product. And I'd like to encourage all of you to go and get your cars cleaned by Abdul. Abdul, thank you so much. We'll have you back on soon, I'm sure, with Tony. Tony's going to start a regular series on my show, and it would be great to have your input on our radio shows about him.
Oh, thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you, Helima, for being an incredible cinematographer. I can't wait to see your Hollywood debut with Steven Spielberg for War of the Worlds 3. Okay? I think that's good. Or what about Jurassic Park 5?
Well, she's actually a starting model at the moment.
Starting model?
Yes.
I can believe that. Look at those eyes, girl. Okay, here's some music, guys. We're back on Monday with the What the Future.
Thank you.
Thank you.